Hi, I'm going to show you how to create a really robust date time table just by using a few lines of Python script that you can add different lines for customization as you may need. This is a really robust and flexible table. It has everything from the date time with the UTC offset, the local time, the day, the month, the year, time zones, month name, week name. You can add so many different customizations, offset, time of day, and even the time zone. So let's take a peek at the code. The code looks very long, but you actually only need 4 lines of code to create your date table. These are just customizations that I've added on, and you could copy and paste this code into Power BI, and I'll show you how to quickly customize it. But just for a little bit of learning, I'll show you how to write this code very quickly yourself in Power BI. So let's open Power BI. So once you have Power BI open, just go over to your transform data icon so you can enter the edit queries menu. Once we're in the edit queries menu, there's no data here. We want to enter data, and we don't need to create any data here because we're going to do that all with Python. So I'm just going to call this my date table. And once I have the date table, we have a table here that we can transform using the Python script. So I'm going to go over to the Python script, run it, and it's going to present me with the script editor. Once that script editor is open, I'm just going to take you through how to write the code. So we don't need the document string. It's just bringing us some information on bringing in the data set. The first thing I want to do is import pandas, which is our data manipulation library, which has our functions for creating a date range. And I'm going to save that as a variable pd. Then I'm going to set a start for our date table. So I'm going to start it from last year. And then I want to have an end date for that table. So I'm just going to create a variable called end and then pass it the end of this year. Now that we have a start and end to our table, we just want to create a range. And now that we have this variable PD, we have access to a function called dateRange. The dateRange function, we're going to pass it our start date and the end date. We also want to give it a frequency. For example, we can give it a frequency of every hour, every month. I'm going to give it every 30 minutes for demonstration purposes. So 30 minutes. Lastly, I want to pass it the time zone. So TZ represents the time zone, and then I'm going to pass it EST. So now that we have this range, we want to get this range in a table. And the way we create tables in Python or Pandas is with a data frame. So I already have my data frame function. So I'm just going to wrap that range in that data frame function using the parentheses. But one last thing I want to do is ensure that I have the columns and name the column what I would like it to be named. So I'm going to name it date time. So I'm going to say columns equals, and I'm going to use brackets, and then just give it a name. And I'm going to call it date time. So once we have these 4 lines of code, this is all we need to create a date table. We imported pandas, saved it as PD. We started our calendar, and then we ended our calendar with these 2 dates. we created a data frame, and we passed it a date range with a start and an end with a frequency of 30 minutes, set the time zone, and just name the column that we want. The last thing I want to do is to be able to get this information very easily once I run the script editor. And when in the Python script editor, they give us access to variables. So I want to save this table as a variable, and I'm just going to save it as df because it's very easy, 2 letters. And then I'm going to close off that function. Once that is closed off, I'm just going to hit OK to run it. So after it runs, you have access to these 2 different variables. We saved our calendar as df, so I'm just going to click df and expand the table. Once you expand that table, you have the date time column that you want to use. So how do you customize and add different columns to this? And let me just show you how to do that. So we can see the applied steps here. I'm just going to go back up to where it says run Python script, click the gear icon. And now that we have this column called date time, so df, and then I want to isolate the date time. So date time is a column that has our date time object. We want to create a month column, so we would use dt and then month, and this would give us the month of that date time column. And we would want to create a column name for that, maybe call it month. So we would just create month, close it in brackets, and then have that equal this particular date time object. And we would run that. So we would go and click OK. Now that that is run, we can go back down the applied steps, and now you can see we have the month there. And we can completely just add more lines to that. For example, I'm just going to go back up very quickly, click our gear icon. I'm going to copy and paste this line. I'm going to go down one, hit paste, and I'm going to change this column name to year and change this also to year and run that. That has run, and I can go back down our applied steps. And now we have 2 columns. So all you would do is go back to our Jupyter Notebook. You could easily just copy and paste all of this, but you can also add each one of these. So you may be wondering, how do you know all of these different customizations that you can use? I'll put a link, websites where you can get all this information from. For example, here is the documentation, so we can use everything from day, .hour, microsecond, nanosecond, week, day of week, the beginning of the week, the beginning of the quarter. And all we would be doing is adding to that code. Also, we have a deeper level of customization using strings. So let's just pop over to our Jupyter Notebook. And you can see I've brought in all of these different columns. But then when we get here, you can see I have a different type of notation, because this is a different function that allows us to bring in not just the normal month, day, and year, but more deeper level of customizations. And what this allows us to do is see the week name and the month name, and we can even get the month and the week name in different languages. For example, let me just show you that documentation. So you can see here are all the different documentations that we can add, and we can customizing our date table to bring in all of this information. Let's pop back over to Power BI. I'm just going to copy and paste my whole code. So I'm going to copy all of this, and you're welcome to do this also. I'll leave that in the comment section. So I'm going to paste that, and that has all the customizations that we have in our Jupyter Notebook. I'm going to hit OK. Once that runs, it's always good to go down the apply steps so you can see that we have all of those different columns that have been brought in with all those different customizations from time zone, the quarter, to the century. And then we go down, everything looks good. We can now close and apply this. Now you have access to all of these columns, and you also have access to the hierarchy, time hierarchy here that is in the date time. If there are any questions or customizations you may have, please leave a comment. Please like and share and subscribe if this was helpful. I hope you can see the power of integrating Python and Power BI. Thank you.